Hey everyone, I'm sure many of you have come across some videos about our Paco-S, the coaxial passive cardioid speaker. Those videos mainly talked about its design concept and different use cases. So today, let's get practical. We're in this anechoic chamber to measure its actual performance data. For those of you who haven't heard it yet but want to know more about it, this video will definitely give you a better understanding. So, its high frequency horn can be adjusted and it has a passive cardioid pattern. The sound from the front and the back is quite different. Let's start the test. Okay, let's start with the bass. We'll measure a distance of 2 meters, place the mic on the ground, and later we'll also measure the same distance from the back. Then we'll see the sound pressure difference between the front and the back. Okay, the bass from the front is coming out now. Here's the curve. Alright, let's go to the back. Okay, now we're at the back of the speaker. The distance should be the same as the front. We're also measuring 2 meters. Alright, okay, right here. Let's measure the back now. The yellow curve is the bass from the front. The red curve is the bass from the back. In the Rita software, we'll add some gain to the back and see how much it takes to match the front sound pressure. Let's add 12 dB first. After adding 12 dB, the back's energy matches the front. This shows there's a 12 dB difference in cancellation at the back. Isn't this 12 dB difference quite obvious? If you've heard it but didn't notice a big difference, try adjusting from 0 to 12 dB on the mixing console to hear the difference. You'll see the SPL difference is significant. Okay, let's measure the full range speaker now. It also has a passive cardioid pattern with an adjustable horn. We'll measure them all together. Let's measure the full range. We need to measure 3 curves. One with the horn in its default state without any adjustments, another with the horn narrowed by 30 degrees on both sides, a 30-degree curve, and another curve from the back in same distance. So, the first one is in the default state, and we'll place the mic about 2 meters away. Okay, here is the 2 meter distance. We are measuring it in its default state, no adjusting at the horn. Okay, the curve is out. Now, without moving the mic, let's adjust the horn slightly and see if the high frequencies grow noticeably. We shall clearly see that the difference in sound pressure between the front and back is obvious. Let's make a little adjustment. Okay, this is the horn in the adjusted state. Each side can narrow by 15 degrees. So now it's like going from 90 degrees to 60 degrees. The high frequencies should be improved. Can you see that? The high frequencies are up, the green curve. Let's see how many dB it improved. Now we have added 2.5 dB to the first non-adjustment curve. So its high frequencies with the horn adjusted have the same sound pressure. The improvement starts at 4K. Without any adjustments to the processor or amplifier, it increased by 2.5 dB. We know that getting 2.5 dB is quite an achievement. Now let's move the mic to the back and measure its cardioid pattern to see how many dB it cancels. We'll measure the full range at the same distance, the energy cancellation at the back, and see how many dB. The front was 2 meters and here is also 2 meters. Okay, the mic is in place. Let's measure the energy difference at the back. It's the orange curve. Okay, let's see how many dB it differs. After adding 10 dB, at 500 Hz, the curve becomes the same as the front. At 139, it cancels even more, and so is the mid-range at around 300. Nearly the whole section is reduced, all are cancelled. So during a performance, the energy at the back is significantly reduced in this passive cardioid system, which creates an excellent environment for the performer. Now we have measured all 3 full frequency curves. Let's look at them on the computer. The green curve is the full range speaker at 60 degrees. At 60 degrees it has a 2.5 dB boost. And then the blue curve is the horn at a 90 degree state, and this is the yellow curve with a 12 dB gain. This is before the adjustment. It's the curve of the back of the speaker. This indicates the sound pressure at the back is very weak. How weak it is? There is a 12 dB difference. Now I need to add 12 more dB to the yellow curve to match the green curve. At the back, the sound pressure has a 12 dB difference. At 139 Hz, the SPL might cancel even more. We can see each division is 6 dB, so there might be an additional 6 dBs difference. Therefore, this passive cardioid speaker system cancels a lot of energy at the back. Without any adjustments to the amplifier, it achieves a cardioid pattern. Okay, thank you everyone. That's it for today's video. If you're interested in this product, you can message our support team for more information.